Ready? All right. Who in here has witnessed death or experienced a life, before death moment? All right. So it is spring of 2013. I go to Sedona, Arizona. And that's when one part of when my life really changed. I end up going skydiving for the first time. I jump with this guy, and he's had 7,000 jumps. And it blows my mind away. He makes 11,000 feet with someone strapped to his chest look as if it's like breathing. I, on the other hand, it's my first time jumping out of a plane with a random stranger I do not know. Story behind that is I walk into the station where we're about to get with the person that's going to jump with me, and the first person I see is this guy's like, man, I have this massive hangover. I'm like, is that guy jumping with me? So I'm literally about to pee my pants, literally, in a little sense. But then this guy just comes up to me, and he is the calmest, most relaxed guy, besides the guy that's going to come later in the story. And all of a sudden, my fear goes away. And man, it just blows my mind how all of a sudden, just the look of someone can take away that fear. So we're going up the plane, 3,500 feet. I say, are we there yet? He's like, looks at his altimeter. He's like, nope, we got about 8,000 more feet. That's nice. Thanks. So we get to then I look at him again, and he stares out at the big view, and it looks as if he's reached like this nirvana. That it's very hard to explain. Very few people have really witnessed it. If you think you have, well, try skydiving. And all of a sudden, I get in his presence just relaxes me. And so I just take a nap all of a sudden. I fall asleep as I'm going up in the sky. And then all of a sudden, I wake up. I see Mount Humphreys, 12,600 feet high, so it's even higher than I am. And he says, 1, 2, 3, jump. And at that point, you feel like you're not jumping anymore. You just feel like you're hanging in the air, like you're a cloud. So what I'm trying to say by my death speech is, the fear of death, it shouldn't shut you down. It should drive you. You should live life as if you're jumping out of that plane. Now, one time in life that I did not apply that is who was in ROTC in high school in here? Anyone? Well, who knows the Raider team? Well, I was in Raiders. It's basically like Ranger Challenger Cordell in high school. And, well, I was the best one in my school and almost in the nation. Literally went every year back and forth. They picked the best person from every team. And I was chosen. Well, there's being driven by failure, and then when you're not driven by failure, you get comfortable. Failures are very comfortable with what they are. They accept the fact that they're fine where they're at. So what if I, have a 4.0 in valedictorian? Happens to be my mother's valedictorian is a car salesman now. You have to be driven by something. So in this race that I did for Ultimate Raider, as they call it, I was running. And man, I was whipping everyone's behind bad. I sprinted past all of them. Well, the last obstacle we come up to is a low crawl. And I'm crawling, and I'm crawling, and I'm crawling. But I realize all of a sudden, there's a guy behind me. He's catching up to me. And all of a sudden, bam, I had to start even going harder. Well, I go so hard that I mess up. I stand up too early from the low crawl. I rip the rope, the little string. It cost me a minute penalty. I didn't know at the moment. Ended up getting to the little bridge, little board, whatever, you climb over. You know, we're basically elbowing and fighting for each other to get over it. And I beat him. You know what? That minute penalty, I ended up finding out as I stand in formation for the award ceremony, cost me the difference between third in the nation and fifth. Because I got comfortable. I got so comfortable that I didn't think I had to push even further. Now, what all this means is, even when you think you're ahead of the game, even when you think you're on top, as we all were in high school, seniors, and all of a sudden we became knobs, you're not so top anymore, are you? Exactly. Once you get to the top, you got to find a way to go higher and higher and higher. The difference between Steve Jobs and a local business owner is they're willing to push themselves past their limits. They're willing to push themselves past their capabilities. Thank you.